Right. A bit more in England now. They'll be wearing their new home shirt in their friendly against Brazil tomorrow. But the controversy around the design continues. Prime Minister Rishi Sunak has criticised the shirt after Nike altered the colours on the cross of the St George. When launching the kit, the sportswear giant said it included a playful update to the flag in order to unite and inspire people. The company said it was based on the training kit worn by England's 1966 World Cup winners.
Well, look, obviously I prefer the original, and my general view is that when it comes to our national flags, we shouldn't mess with them because they're a source of pride, identity, who we are, and they're perfect as they are.
Well, the Prime Minister's view has been echoed by Culture Secretary Lucy Fraser, who posted, "Fans should always come first, and it's clear that this is not what fans want. Our national heritage, including St George's Cross, brings us together. Toying with it is pointless and unnecessary." The leader of opposition, Sir Keir Starmer, agrees, saying, "I'm a big football fan. I go to England games, men, women's games, and the flag is used by everybody. It is unifying. It doesn't need to change. We just need to be proud of it. So I think they should just reconsider this and change it back." OK, joining us now is former Managing Director of the FA, Adrian Bevington. Hi there, Adrian. From your experience then, how much input would the FA have had in the design of the kit, if any at all?
Hi, Hayley. Quite a stir, isn't it? Been through this process many times myself, and what generally happens is the kit manufacturer, probably a year to 2 years, in fact, ahead of the launch of the kit, they will be working on the design aspects of it, and a lot of detail and effort goes into that. It's a big ticket for them, working with the England national team. They will present various picture presentations of what the look's going to be. Then there'll be various presentations of the actual fabric and the design. They will show players, they will show coaches. There'll maybe be a wider meeting with people from the commercial department, and ultimately the FA will have sign-off, and that's an ongoing conversation. But in reality, the design of the kit, it does come from the manufacturer.
I mean, there have been examples, haven't they, of this happening in the past from the manufacturer. We had Stella McCartney criticised for altering the colours of the Union Jack flag. That was on the Team GB kit for London 2012. Do you think the FA and Nike maybe underestimated how much backlash that they would get?
I'm not sure, actually, Hayley, because I think when you do change the dynamics of the George Cross or your national flag, there's going to be some conjecture about it. They will definitely have done, that Nike will definitely have done some research, some public consultation, private consultation, with fan groups in shapes and forms to get feedback before they went across the line. And likewise, sitting in the offices at Wembley, the FA people who make these decisions and in the commercial and marketing teams will know that if you do make changes to the flag, there's going to be differences of opinion. It's an emotive subject. It always is. So there's going to be conjecture about it. And, I'm not surprised by the way that this debate and discussion has gathered momentum over the past 2 or 3 days. But you always know when the politicians get involved that it's a real hot topic. And it's something that probably the FA and Nike weren't anticipating it reaching this level.
Yeah, I mean, on that, we've heard, haven't we, Keir Starmer criticising it yesterday, Rishi Sunak today saying the flag shouldn't be messed with. So do you think the FA would actually now ask Nike to change it? Is that what you think is going to have to happen?
I think it's a difficult one for them, to be honest with you, because, as I say, the process to get to where they've got to with the kit, and the kit's already been launched, and I'm sure there's been a huge amount of investment already gone into the manufacturing of the kit. So it's really about if they were inclined to recall it, and my understanding from what I'm seeing at the moment is they're not going to do that. And let's also not forget as well that there are a lot of people who seem very happy with the kit. And I would add to that the actual kit itself, taking away the issue around the George's Cross, the actual kit is a really nice, stylish kit that seems to have won full-scale approval. So it would be a big sea change and probably a massive cost impact to recall the kit and change the design now, but it's not impossible.
Yeah, I mean, talking about possible cost impact, people might just not want to buy the shirt, despite the fact that everything else does look pretty good, and a lot of fans happy with that, but a lot of fans outraged, not just with obviously the flag on the back, but the price as well. And shouldn't we be talking about the price for this? Because £125 for adults for the authentic version, 120 quid for children. So £140 if you've got a child who wants a player's name on the back. I mean, how fair is that price for fans?
Well, this is always a debate, and it's possibly something that Nike are maybe kind of rather pleased that they're not having that detailed debate at this moment, but that's just something that comes around every time there is a kit launch with a major team, and obviously England are one of those teams. So, I think there's a much deeper debate about the actual costings of football kits. The argument would be from the manufacturers, I'm sure, that football kits are worn far more frequently than other items of clothing. I think we always have to understand that the pressure that youngsters, because they want to wear the kit of their heroes, that's always the argument that fans would naturally say. That puts pressure on parents. Many parents, particularly at this moment in time, are feeling the pinch. So there's an impact there. But ultimately, you also have to counterbalance that from Nike's perspective. And I'm not here to be a spokesperson for anybody in this, but they do invest massively into the FA with their kit deal. And the money that they invest into football goes all the way through into grassroots, is recycled with facilities up and down the country. So there's a food chain there. But I do understand completely the amount of money that football kits generally cost can be a massive expense for a lot of families up and down the country.
Yeah, absolutely. If the FA, Adrian, want to grow the game and unify fans as they attempted to do in this way, wouldn't it help to I guess, look at how much they're charging for shirts going forward, and actually maybe seeing how much of an impact that they might have on the shirt sales for this tournament?
Yeah, I'm not sure whether it's actually the FA who set the price of the shirts, to be honest with you. I think that's quite a big discussion. I think that is done through the retailers, but I stand to be corrected on that. Look, growing the game is obviously a core part of what the FA do, and in all honesty, I think they're doing a pretty good job generally on growing the game, and they have been doing so for a number of years. Yet there's some fantastic work going on there. But what you get with these situations, this conversation alone has broadened out into a much broader subject than the issue of the George Cross on the back of an England shirt looking slightly different and being amended from what the traditional colours of the cross are. The reality is, when England launch a new kit, every time there is normally a new news narrative around it. There's normally some level of unhappiness or emotional debate about it. I think what it does show is that there is a huge emotional investment from the wider public, the national support, the national level of interest in the national team, which is really important. However, the FA always have a responsibility to be looking at all areas of the game, including every aspect of participation.
Yeah, absolutely. If you're wondering if I've got my shirt ahead of the summer, Adrian, you'd be absolutely right. But mine was £75 because it's a Scotland shirt.
Hayley, I'd be very disappointed if you weren't wearing a Scotland shirt. And, I think we know each other enough to know that's where you'll be championing in the summer.
Yeah. Wembley's not far, though, so I'll be there tomorrow night. Lucky enough to be at the game myself. But thank you very much indeed for coming on and speaking about this.
Thanks, Hayley.